What up? Welcome to the MALEROOM show. Hey. We got Rollo. We got JB the Gent. Hey. You know what I like to do? I like to let these things rock. Hey.
Yeah.
Welcome to the MALEROOM show. We back at episode number 12. What's cracking, lacking, man?
Yeah. We are so happy to have our brother back. What up, Boozy?
Man, what's going on, fellas, man?
What up, man?
It felt weird last week. I can't lie, bro.
Hey, man, y'all did a good job, though, but I understand what you mean. I do.
It felt weird. It felt weird. I ain't gonna lie. It felt a little weird, but we did it. Yeah.
For sure.
Glad our brother is back, man. Shout out to
JB here, man.
Yeah, the Jen is back in the building. Shout out to JB, man. Let's clap it up for the one time. Yeah. If you are in the comments, if you're in the chat, man, come on, put a 1 in the chat if you a MALEROOM carrier.
You know what it is?
Mail carrier in the building. Put a 1
Mail
in
carrier here.
If you're a mail carrier, put a 1 in the cheese it. You know what I mean? Hey, we in the building, man. We in the building. Man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. Welcome to the MALEROOM show. Your boy Tay Biz, JB the Jen, and Rollo in the building. Let's get it in, right?
You know what it is, man.
Yo, I'm about to we always start off the show with a little bit of the funny, man.
A little bit of funny.
I got two though.
We got two today?
I got two though.
It's a good day today. It's a good day today then.
Yo, we got two.
I got two, man. You know what I'm saying? If I can indulge, right? If I can indulge.
You got permission. I won't let HR know.
Listen, hey. You know, luckily I'm not in the alphabet community or I shut it down. No, but I want to go ahead and like just tie in a little bit of something. We're gonna have some. Hey, it's funny, man. Look, sometimes, man, in life, man, you got your friends. You know what I'm saying? You can really like just go ahead and like dive in on. They don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is right here, man. Before I do this, though, man, we got some comments, though. We got, what up, Sean? What up? Hey, she got a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Happy Sunday to B.
What up, B?
Yo, her Village Awaits podcast last night at 7:30, man. It was dope. I appreciate being a part of the chat on that. You know what I'm saying? And B is over there shouting out, Sean. We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it.
We appreciate everybody that's been here for 12 weeks.
Man, 12 weeks. Yo,
we appreciate y'all so much.
It's been crazy. Man. But check this out. Yo, we about to go ahead and dive into a little bit of the funny. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We got two. So y'all bear with us, all right?
All right. Yeah.
True friends right here. We're going to go ahead and get it in, man. We're going to see what it is, man. I got you.
I struggled in high school because I was like a walking please.
Just give it the real definition.
I will. Well, when I was 14, 15, I was a walking contradiction because I was already probably 6'3", 180, maybe 200. I had a big mustache. I looked like I was 48.
Yeah.
I was struggling. I was really struggling in high school. Yeah,
tough.
That's me. That's me in high school. But yes. Yeah. Don't laugh like that.
Whoa.
That's okay. Well, there's my picture.
Whoa. What just happened? What?
Don't laugh like that.
You look like a detective that's a DJ.
I'm trying. This is why I need therapy. Okay, you laugh. I actually bought a picture of Kevin for you guys when he was 16 as well.
So same age.
Same age. There he is. Yeah, look at you.
On this episode of
in high school because I was like
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Kevin have nothing to say.
Kevin ain't nothing to say. Hey yo, he ain't have nothing to say, man, because
back for that, bro.
He couldn't do anything with that. He couldn't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying?
He said that's when he was 16. He looked like 7 on that picture.
So this next one is a funny, man. This one right here had me dying laughing, yo. And I'm gonna entitle this "I Can't Reach It."
I can't reach.
I can't reach it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
The best intentions for you. His plans are to prosper you.
Yeah.
Bring you to an expected end, but your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is beyond embarrassing. Wait a minute. Bruh.
Don't you be laughing, Ladarian.
Life be like, wait a minute. I'm weak. Everybody who's lying is so embarrassed. Oh, God, he's a good father. He is good father. He is, and he has the best intentions for you. His plans are to prosper you.
Yeah.
Bring you to an expected end, but your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is beyond embarrassing. Wait a minute. Bruh.
Dog.
She said, bruh, I can't even reach it, bruh. She was like, God gonna bring you to an expected end. And, bruh. Wow. Hey,
dog.
I can't even reach it.
Hey, I was like, okay. I'm thinking she about to say something crazy.
Woo!
Not expecting that, dog.
That is hilarious, B. It's hilarious, dog.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Man.
Oh my God. I thought he was gonna say something.
Hey, Tay had to mute himself. He laughing so hard.
Hey, B, say it's the nigga for
Hey,
me.
there it is. It's the nigga. She said, it was like, oh my
God, coming at you like,
oh my God,
oh,
bro. She was trying to go back and get it.
I can't even reach it.
Nigga. It was a nigga for me, dog.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
That's mad crazy, bro.
Oh my God.
That was mad crazy, though.
Woo, that was nasty. All right, man, go ahead.
Oh, man.
Hey, Rollo, go ahead, take over, man. You do your
Give me a second.
She said, bruh, I can't even reach it. I can't even, she was trying to get it from the back of the couch. I can't even reach it, bro. Never. Yo.
Oh
my God, that's hilarious.
Let's get into the show.
Okay. Oh yeah, take time off of that shit.
All right, real quick. Shout out to my
That's
homegirl.
hilarious.
Shout out to my homegirl Kiara tapping into the live from first time. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the first time live.
Yeah.
Well, once again, man, let me close.
I can't even reach it, though. She was like, the Lord gonna bring you to an expected end. He's a great father. Bruh. Nick. I can't even reach it, though. I'm trying to get. I can't even.
Okay. Once again, we have come together. We have come. Okay. All right, we gotta start the show. We gotta. Sorry, where you?
Oh man, that's me crying, bro.
Come on, Tay, we got the toast, man.
Oh man,
bro.
Okay.
I can't do the toast until he. We apologize, right. Everybody. We apologize. We normally don't stay on the funny videos this long.
That was his fault, man. He had to post both. He put both of the videos up. Expect us to act normal after seeing some funny stuff like that, man. All right.
Come on, Busy.
All right, man. Oh man, he had to go do something, man.
All right. Well, we gotta go with the toast. So once again, thank you to everybody that is tapping in live. We definitely appreciate you. If you don't see us now, you'll see us later. Thank you to our first-time viewers to the live. And we love and appreciate y'all, man. Once again, me and my brothers have come together. Conversation, camaraderie, discussing topics that are extremely relevant to men and women of society today. And we appreciate y'all being here with us on this episode 12, man. We love and appreciate y'all. However, as we
embark
on another round table that has transformed into the Mailroom show, let us not forget our Trinity. Let's get it. The foundation that is our Trinity. Let's go. Ah, man. You have to leave again. All right, man. So we got a really good show for everybody today. We got some really good topics to discuss, and we're going to dive right into it, man. So topic number one, Mailroom show.
Yeah.
Topic number one, Mailroom show. The no friends factor, fellas. The no friends factor.
Mm-hmm.
How is your relationship impacted when your partner does not have friends? How is your relationship impacted, man, when it's just you two? No outlet, no friends, none of that. How is it impacted? I think it definitely plays a part. Now, how that part seeps into your relationship, I think depends on you two, but I definitely think it's a major factor. Me personally, it was kind of a bad thing in a relationship that I had, and then the only other outlet that the person I was with had was people that was like real close to her, like her family. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, and I think sometimes you if you don't have anybody else to depend on and go to outside of family to gain different perspectives on things and just experience different things, and your mind is just set in one way, but you don't get no viewpoint from nobody else outside of people that might always agree with you or be on your side. Because friends, a true friend is not going to be on your side all the time if you're not doing what you know what I'm saying. If they see you doing something that's not of you, or you know what I'm saying, or they've experienced something that you're experiencing and they try to give you advice on it, but it's not the advice that they're giving you is not aimed at the direction you're going in. It could be an issue. You know, what y'all feel?
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Well, if I could take the reins on it, dog. I mean, I'm definitely backing what you said, Rob. I think, not having an outlet, especially of people that grew up with you in your, what I'm saying, in your experience of life, and somebody you can count on to bounce stuff off of, what I'm saying, be it minor or major. What I'm saying? If you have the lack of that,
Yeah.
all you are stuck with is your own psychological thought about things. Now, some people might have family that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can exclude that, what I'm saying, some people, but even those family members have to be close enough that grew with you and hung with you and know you enough of your concepts and all of that to bounce off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, just having a cousin that you hang out with every day don't really know your trek like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about, when we talking about friends, we're talking about close friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the template that we are, known each other for years. You know what I'm saying? Go back and forth from things. We have different opinions on stuff. That's healthy. You know what I'm saying? And having, especially on a relationship, because you might not understand your partner at some, way. And then, you might not see it the way they see it. And then you have that close friend. Like, once you think about it from their perspective, that's the healthy concept.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But on the other side of the fence, you can have negative friends. You know what I'm saying? That would downplay you. You know what I'm saying? That will go ahead and maybe they jealous of your situation. Maybe they don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't see what, or they think of you as that friend they trying to be, that type of thing. And then, you know what I'm saying, you go through some type of scenario and they negate the whole scenario, not giving you nothing fruitful to lie on. You know what I'm saying? You can have those type of friends that will steer you into wrong. You know what I'm saying? So having no friends with that negative issue might be a good thing. That's what I thought at first. But having no friends at all to even bounce back good concepts of somebody to keep you on a healthy way of thinking, that's a bad thing.
Man, I definitely feel you, bro. And Berica just asked a very relevant question. Like, why don't you have friends? Like, what's the situation? What's the issue? What's the issue? Like, no one. That's a whole nother issue in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you at, Busy?
Yeah, check the back chat for a second. But yeah, I think that having friends is very, very important to um, your growth as a individual, right? And I think that when you walk into a relationship with someone who knows that you are definitely intentional and that you have friends that you have associated with before I met you, that should be okay. that should be okay, especially if you're a person that's not jealous or anything of that nature. So you definitely should factor that in. But I think that if a person doesn't have any friends, speaking from experience, when a person doesn't have any friends, mm, trust me, it's a lot of thievery when it comes to friends. All right. It's a lot of times where, because they don't have any friends, they'll take your friends and try to make them be who they are for them, especially if they don't have an identity of who they are as a friend in the first place. See, in order for me to have friends, I have to show myself friendly.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't show myself friendly, then I won't gain any friends.
Facts.
When I show myself friendly, even if I'm in a relationship with you, your friends become my friends. And then there's a possessive mentality that comes with that. And there are some people who have that. I'm not saying everybody does, but some people do. And that's where you have to discern whether or not that person is intentional with you or they're gaining something for themselves that they never had before. So I definitely think that if a person doesn't have any friends of their own in a relationship, like prior to you, It's a red flag, man. That means who trusts you? Who trusts you? Who trusts the decisions that you make?
Good example at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who trusts
Right.
you in a situation where a decision need to be made? Like, who trusts you?
It's not always. I just don't have any friends because I don't really mess with people like that. People don't mess with you.
Yeah, and there's a reason why. The reason why they don't mess with you is because you're probably messy in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And it's no, you know what I mean? And so it is what it is. But man, who trusts you in those situations that a decision need to be made? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's character has to be summoned at some point, right? Everybody's character have to be summoned at some point. As much as I love you, Jay, as much as I love you, Rob, our friendship has to be summoned at some point to see where it really stands. You know what I'm saying? And if I find out where our friendship really stands, and it stands on the principle of love and no judgment, but just embraciveness and understanding that, hey, I don't do the things that you do, you don't do the things that I do, but together we're gonna be all right. I can live with that. What I can't live with is the fact that I've been your boy for 20 years or 15 years or 10 years or whatever. And then all of a sudden when shit hit the fan, you don't even know me. You can't even relate to who I am. You don't have no conversation catalog with me, really? No Rolodex of the fact that we have shared some vulnerability moments? None of that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Friendship is only tested for me. Friendship is trusted when it can be tested. If you have a friendship and it can't be tested, it can't be trusted. I mean, you and I should not trust each other at all if we don't have a foundation that's so solid to the point where no matter what happens on the outside, we know each other on the inside. And that's the thing, is that comes with, that's men and women. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a friend, someone who can hold you accountable, but don't judge you so much to the point where you're on the island by yourself? Can you still get somebody to love you beyond your mistakes? That's the true friendship right there. It has to be tested. Every friendship has to be tested in order for it to be a friendship.
And it's a mentality. You have to want that. You have to seek that.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to let your guard down and understand that this is, my people about to get on my head for this. I just did this. I know JB about to get on my head. I know Busy about to get on my head, but like I'm about to prepare for it. These niggas about to call me. These niggas about to call me in 10 minutes. Rob.
You know what that is? That lets you know that you have somebody that holds a standard for you when you can't hold it for yourself. That's that's a person that's bearing your burdens with you, not against you, but with you. I'm loving you with you no matter what you go through.
Not for you either.
Right.
But
on
with
the flip
you.
side, I people who call everyone their friend. I do too.
That's understandable.
Everybody not your friend, my baby.
Everybody not your friend. Everybody not your friend.
Yeah.
Everybody not your friend. I feel that, B.
Yeah.
But
sometimes the relationship itself can be the test of the friendship.
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? When you start going through, you know what I'm saying, your relationship issues and whatnot, and if they just issues or little burdens or obstacles, everybody ain't perfect. You know what I mean? So, and then you get, you know what I'm saying, you want to seek that guidance from somebody that's supposed to know you, but they give you some irrelevant information. You know what I'm saying? That's a test on that too. You definitely got to watch for that.
Yeah,
I agree with what Barrick said about that, man. That friend, this friend thing, it's like the easiest word to say with every type of relationship that people come about. That's that's my friend. It's friend, like this is my friend, and that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been through nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't been through anything too tested, like Tay was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You just classifying it just to classify.
Just put that label on it because it's comfortable for the moment, or this person is agreeing with you, or this person is riding with how you moving for the moment. Come on, man. We ain't vented no fire yet.
I didn't see that associates that claim they got friends and don't even trust them. How are they a friend?
That's right. That's not a friend. That don't even make sense.
How y'all even get that situation?
It don't even make sense.
Y'all hanging out together. y'all don't even trust each other. Now y'all friends though.
Y'all friends now.
You supposed to be maybe respect that. Well, people, I mean, you know, people be willy-nilly about a lot of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild. Is it? Yeah. I'm gonna ask y'all this, like, going kind of back to what y'all just said about just labeling people. Is it from past experience that you've been through, or is it just the heart that you have when you just, oh yeah, we cool, we dope? Like, what is it that make people just label people automatically like that?
No, I've always I've never loosely used the word friend in my whole life. To be real with you, that's not you have to earn that term. You have to earn that.
Absolutely.
You cannot. I'm not going to call you my friend. I mean, of course, when we were little lads, we've always called people friends. You know what I'm saying? You know, America said right, JB, or people who are jealous of their friends. Red flag, right? Yeah. I've never done that. When I call someone my friend, it's because they earned that title of friend, right? And so I think what happens is that if I could be transparent,
yeah, it's our show. You can do whatever you want to
do. When you're in a situation where you having a dating situation with a woman, or ladies a dating situation with a man, and they say, hey, you know, this person been blowing you up through dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, oh, this is my friend. You know, this is my friend. No, he real cool. No, she real cool. She real cool. It's my friend. Right? And it's like, okay, damn, your friend is really communicative, right? right. They're really trying to reach out to you. Communication. A lot of communication going on with your friend, you know. Yeah, there's a little bit more than that friendship. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the reason why friends with benefits don't work. And it won't. It's never. And it won't ever work.
Yeah.
Because you cannot decipher the difference when it comes to physical interaction with each other. Your physical interaction with each other is deeper than just the surface of friendship when it comes to the actual definition and energy and meaning of it. So you cannot utilize the word friendship to substitute your sexual desire with someone that you like. All that.
Well, that's why they tacked on with benefits.
With benefits. They want to kind of put it in this box, but like the box is not big enough for the whole situation.
Yeah.
Right. For validation, like she said, and this is quote here, validation. People use the word friend for advantageous reasons.
Yep.
Point blank. You know what I'm saying? If you can do something for me, you know what I'm saying? If you can do something for me, and you know, if I can get some benefit out of this person, then they're my friend.
Yeah.
That's how people use it more nowadays, especially modern day.
Yeah.
Like you're my friend because I can benefit from your existence in some type of way. It could be monetarily, it could be, you know what I'm saying, social, it could be validation like B just talked about. But it's an advantageous point. People don't do the friendship as if we had, you know what I'm saying, we are parallel down, you know, the journey of life and we're bouncing off each other, growing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to love and respect each other. You know what I'm saying? While doing our own thing, knowing that we're different, like Tay said. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go parallel in life with that and respect each other's individual process and still be, you know what I'm saying? That's true friendship. You know what I'm saying? No judgmental to the point that I'm accusing you of not knowing, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I know, but holding you accountable for the things that you should know. That's friendship. You know what I'm saying? But people don't even think about that whole concept. They'll go ahead and be like, oh, you do this some type of thing for me. Or I can hang out with you every Wednesday and Friday, so you're my friend. Or since I call you and I can relate all my bull to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really looking for life lessons. I'm not looking for your advice. It's just for the fact that I can call you and dump on you. You're my friend.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Advantageous reasons, man.
Anything that can validate my excuse for not being accountable for what I should do for my life, you are my friend. And I love you.
As long as you don't hold me accountable.
Just as long as you don't listen, watch this. Just as long as you don't interrupt the narrative that I painted for myself,
we are good.
We are friends.
We are fine.
That's called a pathological naive person.
As long as you don't punch me back after I slap you upside the head, we are good.
And that person is the most dangerous person in the room because they willfully act naive, knowing that they have painted a narrative for themselves that is not true. And you want me to believe your untruth? I will not do
that. right. Because you see right through it, right?
Yeah.
Right through it.
If a man coming to me in a dress with a lipstick on and a wig on, and a man coming to me in a dress, and I see his print or whatever the case may be, he come up to me as a man in a dress. Sir, you are a sir. If you say I identify as a woman, I would say bullshit. You are a sir.
Sir, ma'am.
You know how I know you are a sir, ma'am? You are a sir, ma'am, because you have walked up to me willfully with all pride in your heart, knowing that you are a woman. I don't think so. Because you cannot have a menstrual cycle. You cannot bear children. You don't have a womb. Nothing about you is designed as a woman. So therefore, I will not believe that you are a woman. This is the reason why gender is not a social construct. It is a fact. It's only binary, male and female.
One or the other.
Nothing else is a construct except for racism.
Yeah.
Trans racism is way more makes more sense than transgenderism.
right.
Because gender is a specific thing. It is a binary thing. It's only male and female. If you go, the only people that's confused is us. Everybody else is cool. The lions, the cats, the tigers, the bears. Everybody else is cool.
Don't say the lions. My bad. Don't say the lions today. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, horses, which is colts. Whatever you want to think. We won on Thursday. But
just don't say lions today. Just don't say lions.
Everybody else knows that we are a binary society except for us. We are so smart. We are stupid, and therefore we think.
Love it.
We think that we have the ability to pick a friend based on our own insecurity. That's how you want to pick your friend? Congratulations. You know what? Have at it. Do your thing. But you are not going to make me believe that you have a true friendship with anybody if you have not figured yourself out.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't subscribe to people trying to gaslight me. I don't like it.
Gaslighting is in the past. We can't do that.
Well, some people are doing it right now in the future, like our government, and I will leave that alone. But at the end of the day, no one is going to gaslight me. You're not going to make me think that I don't see what I see.
Exactly.
You kick rocks.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is be a friend, like JB said, and hold you accountable to the things that you know and I know. That we have talked about personally, we're going to hold you accountable. And if you don't want to do that, then I will move on to court.
You got to understand where I'm coming from in this situation. However you moving, and I'm trying to give you game on that just based off my experience. That's just me being who I am. And then okay, if you're going to do this, I would. That's not the move. Let me try to tell you this. Or if you telling me something, you think I'm not listening, or whatever the case is, and like later on that comes down the line, then I check you on it, or you continue to move that way, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I understand and this is my perspective. You don't gotta listen to it. Just understand that I'm giving you a little dose of knowledge from this other side, and that's all we doing.
Yeah.
Don't tell me don't tell me stuff you just want me to hear, but you don't act on it. And then you can do the complete opposite. Then I'm going to check you on that. I'm gonna remind you what you told me. I'm gonna remind you what the situation was. Then I'm gonna give you my opinion on. It's gonna definitely be opposite of what you thought.
Well, see, that's the thing though. It's really the opposite though.
Yeah.
If you think about it. I'm really reminding you of what you said to me.
Yeah.
right.
I'm just reinverting what you already told me.
I'm just reiterating what you said to yourself to me.
That's it.
If you told me that this is the bestest friend in your whole world and they left you hanging, by all means, be the bestest friend in the whole world to that person. But let me tell you something. What's going to happen is that it's going to fail at some point. And what I don't like? I'll just say this. I don't like when a person tries to pin friends against each other. Knowing that I don't like that. I don't like when when a person pin friends to each other, knowing that it's a solid relationship just because they don't have one. I don't like that. I think it's manipulative. I think it's evil. And I think it's something that needs to be talked about a little bit more often than all this femininity and masculinity topics. We need to talk about the fact that you have a life. Someone comes into your life and they try to disrupt it with their agenda, and you fall for it. And your friends say, "Hey, man, ma'am, sir, listen, no, that's
Sir,
not
ma'am.
it. Sir, ma'am, no, not it." You're like, but, no, ain't no but. Listen, I'm here for you. Listen to me. Boom. And that desperation of love doesn't equate enough to the desperation of you listening. So therefore, the lesson takes a hit on what you need to learn. It's only until you go through it, understand it on the end, on the other side is when it means something. See, I had this conversation earlier. Like, I had to go through what I went through because I was headstrong. But then when I started looking at things clearly, clearly means despite what I feel. Clearly. Then I realized that person was never good for me. This whole situation was never good for me. So I will not indulge anymore. I will make a decision. I will suffer and make a decision before I do anything else. See, this is the problem. The problem is that people prolong these friendships and they become relationships. And you're prolonging it knowing that it means you no good. You will never be married. You will never mean anything to this person. So why are you continuously having your friendship with them? It's only because you're trying to fulfill something in you that you haven't dealt with. So don't make it about the other person. Look at yourself in the mirror and make it about you. See, that's the thing. We never want to be honest with ourselves. All we want to do is pacify ourselves and make it think that it's nothing wrong with ourselves, which is a lie. It is something wrong with you.
Accountability, man.
Deep to figure it out. That doesn't mean you got to beat yourself up. You don't have to beat yourself up for that. You have to recognize, yo, I didn't do it right this time. When I went through my situation that y'all fellas know about, I had to recognize I ain't do it right this time. So when we went downtown in the car and we talked about it and I made a joke about it and everything, it's because I was healed already. I did it for a reason. I'm like, man, this wasn't what it was. I'm over here tripping. This is on me. I'm not trying to make it be about anybody else. And that's the thing. I think that we need a little bit more accountability with our decision making. So that way we can actually recognize the result of what we're going through, even if it's not our intended outcome. But at the same time, we have to realize, this wasn't what I intended. And that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not look like you have it all together. It's okay. So those people who don't have friends, all they have is their family as their friends. You really, really, really need to reevaluate your circle. I would say that because sometimes, listen, from experience, I would say from experience, having your family as your friends from experience and being with someone who had that, that's not always good.
It's not always good.
It's not always good. So discern it properly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say just negate it altogether, because family is very important, but
very important.
Very that's
you don't choose your family either. So
you don't choose your family. You're born into what it is. So just make sure that you understand what's going on and be honest about what's going on, and then make your decision accordingly. That's what I would say.
No, definitely so, dog.
That's what it is, man. Thank you so much, man. Hey, dope discussion on that one, fellas. Dope, because that's so relevant and it's so important. You know what I mean? So just I wanted to do something before we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I just wanted everybody that's in the live chat right now, put a 1 in the comments if this has affected your relationship in the past. If this situation has affected your relationship, please put a 1 in the comments. If this situation, if the no friends factor has affected your relationship. Shout out to my brothers, man. Good discussion, fellas. That was dope. It's real.
I believe so, man.
We're gonna move on to topic number 2, man. This one's kind of deep. We're gonna dive deep into this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Religion, fellas. Is religion a factor in relationships? Is religion a factor in relationships? I'm gonna let you know what. Let's go ahead and let Busy start.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, I couldn't even get the question out before you started smiling.
I sit back. I sit back on this. I will ride passenger on this. I'm shocked.
Hey, Busy. Go ahead and start cooking, my guy. Go with it. Is religion a factor in relationships, man?
Right. Hey, keep your hand on the shot button, man. Pull.
Get ready for it.
This is very interesting. How can two walk in agreement, or how can two walk except they agree? Right. You have to have. Oh, Berica's still going. She said the fake friends part was an issue in a previous relationship. True.
Wow.
People had that.
Absolutely. Religion and relationship. It's a very important thing to discuss with your partner. And it is something that needs to be addressed, especially when you're intentional with someone who you plan on dating for a period of time. All right. It's hard to be able to agree with someone who is total opposite of you when it comes to belief, because let's be real, belief has no evidence. It has no evidence at all. The evidence come with knowing, and some things you know through experience.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an experience with a certain religion, if you don't have an experience with that, then you will never be able to understand the other person's plight. So the thing to do at that point is to really recognize, okay, I believe what I believe, and let me state that, and let me stand on that, and present that to my partner. And if I present that to my partner and they don't feel it, then you make your decision accordingly. But for me personally, religion is a huge factor in relationship, because how can we get further in life unless we agree about the most essential thing, which is what we believe? Our beliefs is what it is. And your religion can be anything. Your religion can be anything. But if you're in a relationship with someone, then you have to make sure that your belief and their belief is the same. For instance, I've had experience with this before. I've had a young lady who was Muslim that I dated way back in the day, right? I think Jay remember this.
Oh, you talking long time ago?
Yeah, long time. And so they believe something in a their belief about their explanation of the belief of what was being portrayed was contrary to what I believe. And you know what's so funny about it is that I was able to have a civil disconnection with that person without it being offensive, right? And the reason why is because there were certain things that they believed that at that time in my day, I didn't connect with at that time. Yes, I've been able to progress and understand, what it is that I stand on, what I'm saying, and things of that nature. And I stand on it fervently. But at that particular time, I did not express it properly because I was young and did not understand what it is that I wanted to do. But I understood the principle of what it is I believe. And because of that, I stood on it. And I still stand on the principles of what I believe. And the thing is that I stand on the principles of love. Okay? I stand on the principles of love. And the reason why is because love is universal and it is God. And without love, you don't have anything. We can go ahead and exegete the scriptures and go into the dialogue of the Bible and do all those things. Without love, it means nothing. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and profit anything, it's like a sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal for those that are in 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Right.
It means absolutely nothing. The fact that you know all these things knowledgeably, it means absolutely nothing if you can't show love to your enemy.
That's how I look at it too, Busy.
So in a relationship, I think that if I was with a woman who understood love the way I do, she would be proud of the fact that I would express the love the way it's meant to be expressed.
Yeah.
And the reason why religion is for some people is not a factor is because they don't know what they believe. And so I broke it down to the very science of what religion is. It's love.
Yes.
You believe what you believe because you love it.
Because you love it. And
the reason why I have mercy and grace and understanding from God is because He loves me.
Yes.
It's nothing that I've done that's so great. There is nothing about me that is so good. I don't give a damn if you have all the money in the world. There's nothing about you that's so great that God's love has not overlooked. There are so many things that we have done, male and female, that has absolutely nothing with our works. It has nothing to do with our works. It has everything to do with the grace of God and His love for us. I would be remiss to not acknowledge that. And so I acknowledge God's love, and even in relationship, I acknowledge God's love. And without His love, I mean nothing. No woman should be with me if I don't have God's love. Period.
Absolutely.
But religion, religion is what separates people from
God.
God.
Yes. That's the point I was about to make. I'm not
gonna get too deep into it.
But I know where you're going,
religion separates people from God's love because they're so concerned about the law, they forget about God's grace.
I'm not I was about to go right into that, Busy, because I'm not overly religious, but I'm extremely spiritual.
Yeah.
Been like that my whole life. My father's a preacher. I grew up in church. So that got me to understand, it just got me to understand why I'm here, why I'm moving the way I'm moving, why the world might be the way it is, why I've achieved this, why I didn't get this. I gained an understanding of where it all came from. It came from God. If I'm with a woman, one thing she's going to know about me is that every bit of who I am, everything that I am moving, this being that you see, is God.
Yeah.
He made me like this. I'm moving in this path because of him. I'm not going to get deep into it, but whoever I'm dating is going to understand that at some point. Now, if you don't understand that, but like you said, love, God is love. If you love me and you don't even understand what I'm saying on the spiritual realm, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take that into consideration, but just understand where I know where love comes from, and be willing to every now and then me having to put that into play in our relationship.
Give me 1 second, Rallo. Give me 1 second. It's right here. Most men love is conditional, though. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Even if the man that you involved yourself with is trash and y'all have a child together or whatever the case may be, he will die. He will risk his life for that child.
Tay, let me interject real quick.
Yes,
I was looking at that quote, this one right here. Most men love is unconditional. I don't know what she was versing that with. I don't know if she was versing it with women versus men or God versus men. Mm-hmm. I don't know which one she was coming with because you were on that type of plane.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about God versus men, she's right.
Well, even if it's God versus men, if a man will still die, that's still God. Because he's willing to die and sacrifice his life for the betterment of something else that has nothing to do with him, but everything to do with him. So it's still God.
Right, I get it, but I just needed to know the verses of what she was talking about.
I see what Jay is saying. Because I think
the fallibility of men. Yeah. That's what I thought she was saying. Yeah, but I don't think he was saying women versus men. You might need to check.
Well, I'm going off
because I don't think she's talking about spirituality or religion. She's talking about the actual men.
She said most men.
I thought she was okay.
So she didn't say nothing spiritual about it. She just
you're right. I was agreeing with what Jay said. Like I think she's.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Well, I personally never met him. My father is a bishop. I was raised in a church with good morals and values, and I have never found a real love. If you found God, see this is what I'm saying. See, if you found God, you found real love. Did you accept the love that God gave you? That's a question. I'm not saying you didn't, my baby, but I'm just saying that's a good question to ask yourself. Now, she said, my ex claimed and believed he loved me until he found someone that was more superior than me physically. Baby girl. It wasn't about physical. Even if it was about physical with the man, it has nothing to do with the fact that you are not loved. My ex claimed and believed that he loved me until he found someone that was more superior than me physically. So where do your value lie? Do your value lie in your physicality? Or does your value lie in the things that are intangible? Because if he loved you and cannot gain the things that are intangibly connected to you, then he didn't gain anything. There's no gain.
And what does that just say about men overall?
Right. What does that mean?
When they leave a woman, when they leave a woman for someone that's more physically attractive.
That's not a most men love conditional situation. That's the man that you chose to deal with. His love may have been conditional for this particular reason.
That individual person, but everybody, every man is not like that.
Mm-hmm. So, and it has nothing to do with God's love.
No, that's not God's love. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like you have to be able to understand that, because I could say the same, baby girl, I've been married and divorced, all right? I could say the same thing, but I'm not going to categorize women and say, oh, their love is conditional. No. For some women, yes, but some women, they don't have no. They do embrace the concept of agape love. You know what I'm saying? They do embrace that, but there are some people that do, and there's some people that don't. But whatever you chose and decided to do, that's just something you have to deal with. And not in the sense of being insensitive, but being able to understand that the agape love is the thing that you should be seeking and embracing, not the conditional love. The conditional love is flawed. Conditional love is flawed. If I love my brothers just on condition, then we would never be friends. You know what I'm saying? It's based on the fact that I am connected and I love you and I know you. And not only that, but the fact that I have unconditional, like, no matter what you go through in life, Jay, Rollo, I love you. And I'm gonna be there for you no matter what.
That's how it should be.
That's the way the love works.
And that's God.
Now, if you don't have that in a person that you're in a relationship with, if you don't have at least that first, then you will never be able to experience the love in its full totality. But you gotta be able to be patient enough to get that type of relationship.
You gotta open your mind up and know everybody that comes into your life is not for you. You gotta open your mind up and understand that sometimes God's sending people in your life to let you know something about yourself. Let you know something about Him. He's bringing you through this so you can get through it.
What you think about this, Jay?
And then keep it moving.
Yo, Jay, look at this comment for a second. What do you think about this comment right here?
There are different types of love. It's a level everyone should describe. You just said that.
Yep.
Yeah, you just said that.
What you think about it?
It's true. It's definitely true. To get my thought of this subject, it is definitely a factor. I'm just now saying this, but it's definitely a factor in relationships here, especially. And I'm a back Tay when he talks about a serious one, and we talking about like it's progressing to lifelong situation. Like we're talking about a true, relationship that's going. You know what I mean? Like something that's like engagement worthy type relationship. Because you're willing to share your life with this person. And the two most untalked about topics that are sensitive, they say, is religion and politics. You understand? Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to share your life with someone, this is definitely something that needs to be addressed at some point in time before you get to that scenario.
It has to be.
That is definitely true. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really doesn't matter what level of the field you on. It doesn't matter what religion that you are. It doesn't matter none of that. If you need to have a constant understanding about what each other believes in, because if that is different, then there is a chance that might not work as you think it might. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I'm not even going to go to Tay elaborating fully on that, but I'm not even going that far. I'm just talking straight surface. Definitely needs to be something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I think that, that's fine. It's fine when you try to get to know someone. See, that's the difference. It's fine when you're trying to get to know somebody. That's not something that you believe this, I believe that. I got this life, we got like, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. We can go ahead and do all that. That's fine in the entry level. That's great. But when we come to the point that, hey, I want to share my life with you, they need to, these two people need to come together and just, talk about it at least to the point that they know where each other is at. That's just my little simple spill on it.
Makes sense, man. Damn,
I think that I'm sorry. My bad, Rollo. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just very good point. And I like the angle y'all coming with it from. And I think what stood out from what Tay said stood out is love in general. You know what I'm saying? Recognizing where it comes from. And then also Jay just pointed out the fact that it is an issue if you don't discuss it and then it becomes an issue later. Like, you know, it's you. That's what it is. We're all here because of a higher being.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And whether you're deep into religion, whether you're deep into the church, whatever the case is, you've been introduced to some type of religion throughout your life, especially us Black people. You've seen introduced to some type of religion. You've seen it somewhere. You know what I mean? Whether you choose to follow it, whether you choose to believe it, is on you. Now, when you meet somebody that has experienced it, are you willing to understand it? Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to know that that's who they are? You know what I mean? And make it a factor, whether it be negative or positive. That's on you. But there definitely needs to be a conversation. There definitely needs to be a way to make sure that is addressed if you plan on moving forward with someone. Not to make it an issue, but just to get a better foundation for just to get a better foundation for the relationship in general.
It's not necessarily an issue; it's a factor, though. It's the same way as like if you
we're using it that way. Yeah, right.
Yeah. If you were to say, hey man, you know, like if my red flags for a woman is smoking, right? For instance, like that would be a factor in your choice whether or not you wanted to continue with it. Now, what a responsible person would do is they would vet the smoking part. Why do they smoke? What do they smoke? When do they smoke? How often do they smoke? These are things that you would have to vet. Like Jay said, I'm talking about a serious relationship here. So that's the same thing with religion. Let's say, is cigarettes a factor in relationships? Let's just replace the word religion with cigarettes. If you don't particularly like cigarettes for whatever reason, then that would be the case. Just like religion. Some people don't like religion. Some people just like church. Okay, is church a factor in relationships? You can replace that word religion with anything. It still goes back to what you love. In general, period.
Yeah.
Goes back to what you love. And if you love what you love and you express that to someone, and if that's a factor, then you have to address it accordingly, like Jay said.
Yeah.
Like Jay said, like, hey, at the end of the day, it's still up to what you want to do with that. It's still up to that. Like, you know, how it's placed or whatever. It's a factor. You like it, you love it, whatever. Hey, it's still up to you. Yep. You know, I mean, I grew up in a charismatic church. You know what I'm saying? A charismatic apostolic church where they shout and dance and they lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. Right?
Do we need an organ?
And on top of that, they will ensure that you are a part of the kingdom.
That pause, dog.
That pause.
You see?
Yeah.
Now, if now, all of that rhetoric that I just said has nothing to do with love. It's a caricature. It's a performance, right? I will show you what I think you should have, and then go from there. But if you really dissect love from the truth of it, it is not the most pleasant thing. It's just something that I want because Disney said I'm supposed to be romanticized. I'm supposed to be loved. I'm supposed to get flowers every day. Jay, I'm supposed to get flowers all the time, bro.
Really?
I'm supposed to get a woman who loved me so much that she give me flowers. No matter if I'm irresponsible, no matter if I'm doing, it doesn't matter. Because I'm the man.
Walt said that?
Yeah, Walt said that. He said that in a plethora of movies.
My name Dub Deasy said that shit.
Dub Deasy said that, bro. Like, even though I am the prince, but I'm not really the king, and I'm not really what I'm said that I said I'm supposed to be. I'm not that guy. I'm still supposed to get all the treatment that validates that. And it's like, okay, and just like my baby girl, just Kiera World said, okay, well, most men love is conditional, and it's like, what? Because all I know one thing is that men will be willing to die for their country. They will be willing to sacrifice their lives to fix whatever hazardous information or any hazardous issue that you have, whether it comes to Wi-Fi, electricity, or whatever. Men are willing to sacrifice. They will dig oil and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that we thrive in this country. That's not conditional love to me. Because when they wake up in the morning, they're not thinking about loving the country. They think about loving their family, and they will do whatever it takes for their family. Whether it's a single family or a separation or whatever the case may be, they're willing to get up and do what they need to do for their family. So at the end of the day, men's love is on the condition of those that they're responsible for. I'm responsible for my mother. My mother is 71 years old. I'm responsible for her. If anything happened to her, it happens to me first. Period. Okay? And she didn't ask me to lay my life down for her. I am willing to lay down my life for her because she gave me life. She was a part of that process. And she raised me. And she gave me all of her time and responsibilities and sacrifices. She did all of that. So if I'm going to die for anybody, I'm going to die for her. And this is what men do. We have it's a natural thing to do that. Who are you willing to die for? If you're willing to die for anybody in your circle, you the leader. You the leader. I'm willing to sacrifice my life for this, and that. Whatever you're willing to sacrifice your life for, you the man. If you're not willing to sacrifice your life, that's a different story.
Man, big up to my brother, man. And big up to everybody for really contributing to that conversation. We knew that was going to be a deep one, man. Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to everybody that really contributed to that one, because I know it's not an issue that's talked about a whole lot as far as these platforms, or maybe it is, but I haven't seen it much. So just thank you to everybody that contributed to that one, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Y'all know what time it is, right? Y'all know what time it is, right?
What time is it, bro?
Y'all know what time it is?
Nah.
You know what time it is, Busy?
You talking about Central or Eastern?
In our case, it's Easter, man. It's time for the feature topic of the week. Yeah, before we go into it, we got a video we want to show y'all, so we need y'all to check this out real quick.
How do you define submission? Or how do y'all define submission?
Whew. Submission is selflessness instead of
women who are in their masculine attract feminine men, and then they're disappointed when they don't have the security. I was that woman, right? You realize, well, why isn't he supportive of me? And why isn't he taking care of me? And why is it always up to me to do? Well, I presented myself as that. I presented myself as a can-do woman, right? Right. So you can do mommy things, right? I'm the caller, I'm the person who's planning this, I'm taking care of that. And you realize you're so exhausted and you're not fulfilled. And maybe you can start off there, but certainly it doesn't have longevity and consistency built into it, because eventually your femininity will cry out. Women who are in their masculine attract feminine men, and then they're disappointed when they don't have the security. I was that woman, right? You realize, why isn't he supportive of me? And why isn't he taking care of me? And why is it always up to me to do? Well, I presented myself as that. I presented myself as a can-do woman, right? Right. So you can do mommy things, right? I'm the caller, I'm the person who's planning this, I'm taking care of that. And you realize you're so exhausted and you're not fulfilled. And maybe you can start off there, but certainly it doesn't have longevity and consistency built into it, because eventually your femininity will cry out.
Man, so our feature topic question, man. Our feature topic question, fellas. Are women fully aware of what they attract? Are women fully aware of what they attract? Are they fully aware? How you gonna put something out there then want the complete opposite? How you gonna do that? How you gonna display this person that you are or claim to be, but how you are is not, you want the opposite. You want the guy to treat you a different way. Like that video was a perfect example. You put out this masculine energy, you put out this aggressive energy, but you still want a guy to cuddle you and be soft with you. You still want a guy to nurture you and be there for you. But you putting it out there like you don't need it. Are women aware of that, fellas?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't believe, I'm not talking about the whole gender of women, of course. I'm just talking about, some women just don't see that. Usually when you get to a certain disposition like that, Rob, when they like, what I'm saying, assertive and stuff like that, they usually are in that place because of the blockage of the vulnerability they came from. That's usually what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted a guy originally to go hand in hand with me, but the last few dudes that I dealt with, you know what I'm saying, didn't fulfill that type of situation. So I'm gonna do me. I got my thing going on. I got my total independence. I don't need you for none of that. And it is what it is. And then you take that template and socially go out and show people that template. And then wonder why you get the simple fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Because they're not gonna compete with you on the aggressive side. You know what I mean? They're not gonna do that, and vice versa. Like, if you get, the woman that's like, I want a man, and and I want a man to do this, that, and the other for me, and you get that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not entirely what you want initially. But you don't really think about what you're posing. You know what I'm saying? If you're posing the fact that you're a liability, yourself as a liability, you're gonna get people with enough assets to deal.
But why are we not progressing? I want to talk about what happens tomorrow.
You know what I mean? So, but if you put yourself out as I can do everything for myself, you're gonna get guys to be like, look, let me just ride your train. You're not gonna get somebody on the equal stance because you doing your thing, bro. I'm not getting into the railroad of that.
You doing your thing.
If I have a front end woman that's telling me I got me under control, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and just front ended me with that on a social tip, then I can't do nothing with that. I'm not about to do masculinity versus pseudo masculinity. I'm not going to
impede your progress and
you know what I'm saying.
Impede mine as well. Like,
yeah, but I don't think people are conscious of that fact because of the presentation that people give out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about women. I don't think, women, they really understand the type of person that you're putting out. Like, I'm this, that, the other. I need to, I need to say. But then you turn around and say you need, you're a modern day woman, turn around and say you need a traditional dude. That's not necessarily going to work, man.
It's not gonna work.
So, that's my spill on it. I'll let Tay follow up with it.
Man, I love it. I love that compliment. I love that comment by Barricade. I love it. I love it. Where you at?
Some women are unaware. The principle is opposites attract. Acting like the man you desire won't attract the type of man you want.
You want to put these walls up, don't expect everybody to try to knock them down. Every guy's not the same. Everybody's not gonna want to deal with that.
Oh, that's gonna be a Q&A topic. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, say that one, bro.
I'm gonna say that.
We'll come back to that.
Hey, Kiera, just Kiera World. I'm gonna save that for you, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
I am an adult. Are you all adults?
Last time I checked,
And I know.
Hey, drink that, bro.
And you know what? I don't give a sip. I don't.
Last time you looked around, right? I don't give a sip.
And I know. Is it safe to say that I'm aware of the fact that I can tell when someone is excuse my language, full of shit?
Yeah.
Should I? I'm 39. I'm 39 years old.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, what's the age? What's the age? Jay? How old?
I'm 40.
Oh, Rollo, how old?
28.
Okay. Have you ever seen someone full of shit before you even talk to them?
Right. You talking about reading the instant of somebody, bro?
I'm talking about just like really knowing that people are full of shit.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I know that you are full of shit and I indulge my interest into you, then I would be full of shit too.
Yeah.
In order to do it.
Yeah.
It can't be no other way.
I had an algebra class before. That equals up.
So my thing is this: is that you cannot skip experiences, man. The recipe of a cake, if you break down the ingredients individually, they're nasty by themselves. But when you blend them together, it tastes wonderful. There's a reason for that. Cannot escape this. And so if I say I'm not aware of something that I know that I'm doing, that would be disingenuous in my humble opinion and observation. That would be disingenuous. That means that I'm not taking accountability for what I know that I'm going to get into. You know this person is not what you actually want, but you do it anyway. That is you being consciously and cognizant of what you're doing. So therefore, you're going to do it anyway because you want a certain outcome. And if you want a certain outcome, then fine. That's okay. But don't blame nobody else for the outcome you didn't get. You see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you have to understand that I have to be aware of who I am, in order to attract what I get. There's a certain level of that to me. It's like, I attracted what I did at the time when I was younger because that's the state that I was in. Once I understood better, then I was able to attract what I was able to attract. But even when a person is attracted to you, just to bring some clarity to what I'm saying, even if a person is attracted to you and they don't share the same exact views of you, right? For instance, then that means that I have the ability or the opportunity to actually judge what it is that I should do in that situation. You know what? This person came to me with this, that, and the other, but I feel this way, that way, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this, right? And if I do the thing that I know that I'm supposed to do, then I'm good. But if I do not do that and I continue with a person that I know they are no good for me, I know they ain't no good for me. You're not aware of that? You're not aware of what can put you in danger emotionally, physically? You're not aware of that at all? You just all of a sudden you're unaware of what's going on. If a man say meet me at a hotel at 2:00 in the morning, you unaware of the fact that he wants sex from you? The naivety is not an excuse anymore. It's done. It's done. If you know, sirs, ever been invited to a hotel room at 1:00 in the morning?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I supposed to answer that?
Yes, you could have. Were you there to pray?
Nope.
Were you there to read the word of God?
Nope.
Okay, what were you there for, sir? Okay, don't even say nothing.
Food, fun, and games, sir.
Okay, so why are we acting like we don't know what we attract? Stop it. We attract what we want at that moment, and then we do what we do at that moment. That's all it is, and it is what it is.
And how important is it? How important is it for the person on the other end who's witnessing this person be this way to recognize it? Even if they already like they have a goal in mind, like I'm just doing this for this reason. Like say you want to have sex with them or whatever the case is, but how important is it to recognize this about another person?
I don't know if you. I don't even know if you can. All I know is this: is that there is no way in the world if I go to someone's hotel at 2:00 in the morning that we both don't know why I am there.
Why we're there
at 2:00 in the morning. We need to stop this.
Yeah, it's bad.
We need to stop.
We need to grow. We need to grow up. We need to grow up.
Yeah, we need to grow up. We need to stop doing this. Because what's happening is that because when we keep doing this, what's happening is that only one side of the story is being told. And it's being more magnified. Oh my God. I went to this guy, I met this guy at the club. And then after the club, it was like 2:00 in the morning. Then I got to his place. It was 3:00 in the morning when I got to his place. And he wanted sex. And I was like, I'm not that type of girl. So why were you there at 3:00 in the morning?
Why are you there? Go
and
on.
then when a man tell you should not be in somebody's hotel at 3:00 in the morning, you be like, oh, he just my friend. He not your friend at 3:00 in the morning. You don't never trust nobody at 3:00 in the morning. What is wrong with you? And then you want to play a victim with me. Stop playing with me.
Just can't trust nobody.
Stop playing with me. Stop acting like you don't know what's going on. This is why fatherless homes are a detriment. Because a man who really loves you is gonna tell you acting crazy right now. You at a man's hotel at 3:00 in the morning and you don't know what's about to go down, you a fool. And if I say it this way, then all of a sudden I'm an enemy of the state. All of a sudden I'm judging you. I don't give a damn. Don't put yourself in positions where you can get hurt. Why are you jogging at 1:00 in the morning with a dog? Right. And then I'm wrong for saying it. Stop it. Stop playing with me. Stop putting yourself in places you ain't supposed to be. You went there because you wanted to go there too. So don't play with me.
All right, I want to read this one from Kiara real quick.
I'm done.
She laughing. First of all, guys will lie to us until they're black and blue in the face, making us believe that all they wanted to do was spend a little more time with us talk, watch.
So if you know men, so this is what I'm saying. If you know, stop, Rollo, stop. No. Rollo.
Oh, go ahead, Busy.
If you know that a man is gonna lie to you, then why would you do it in the first place?
It's still a decision that you have to make.
It's still a decision that you're making.
You still got to make that.
I don't give a damn in this. Listen,
PR, I understand where you at.
Rollo, hold on.
But
I don't care if a man. I don't care if you can recognize a lie, then you do not follow that lie.
You don't follow that lie. You don't follow it, and then blame us. Unless you in a dire situation where, it really shouldn't be in that situation where you kind of forced to go there with him. But most of the time, y'all not, and you still choose to put yourself in these situations, and you still choose to present yourself in this situation. No, it's not your fault.
Yes, no, stop, no, Rollo, come on now.
No. I was about to go into another realm of it. It's not.
Give me a second.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the decision.
I understand.
It's not about whose fault it is. It's not about whose fault it is.
Rollo, stop for a second. Give me 1 second. If you decide to do something, if you decide to believe something,
right, it's not about nobody's fault.
It's about a decision that you're making.
It's just about a decision.
If you make the decision and get into something that is not conducive for you, then the decision you made is yours. The decision you made is yours. You cannot negate that part.
That's all it is.
You can't. You just can't. Everything we have done in our lives is based on the decision. How is it not our fault? Yes, we have to play a part in that. We cannot skip that.
We can't skip accountability, man.
What I'm saying is that, is it my fault that we believe y'all? What you mean, y'all? You believe the lie that man told you, and you knew it was a lie. You just said it. First of all, you guys will lie to us. If you know a man will lie to you, then why did you believe the lie? Why did you go? Why did you even end up in the place where you was at?
What type of vibe did you sense from this guy before we got there? Like it's men. Like a lot of men are strategic. They're going to present something to you. Hopefully, they present it in a way that
when y'all say y'all are different, we should never believe that either. What are you talking? All right, I'm done. No, I'm done. No, it's not about that. It's about accountability. What do you believe? What do you believe when someone says something to you? Did you believe everything that your parents told you? No, because you did what you wanted to do in the first place. You still did what you wanted to do. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you have womaned up or manned up and took accountability for the decision that you made to feel however you wanted to feel. And if that outcome did not become the way you wanted it to be, then it is what it is. But you cannot blame nobody for that. I can't blame a woman for any decision that I made. That's all I'm saying.
It's that simple. And say before you I didn't mean to say it's not fault in it.
I'm not saying that.
Like exactly what you said was where I was going with it.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I don't get it either. You know what I'm saying? Because like women, they'll come out. You meet a woman at a bar. Y'all having a conversation at the bar, whatever the case is, and she's telling you all these things about herself. And she's giving you this type of energy to make you feel like, okay, she might be a little hot and ready. Who knows? Because of what she's saying or how she's moving, or she's kind of blocked off, like she's kind of guarded. You know what I mean? Whatever you put out, I'm going to move in that realm because of what you're putting out. Now, if the woman I'm talking to, she's coming up as guarded, but then I'm walking around talking about, hey, what you got up? You want to come through? I'm not expecting that. You know what I'm saying? But if we vibe and then we're not gonna let you know that we sense the switch up, but we'll respond to it. You know what I mean? And then we'll keep it moving. But after that, me personally, I'm gonna go back to initially she said she was kind of guarded. She don't really kick with dudes like this. Then again, she was drinking or whatever the case was, or again, she was emotional and she was just feeling some type of way and just needed some attention. Wherever we move from there, I'm gonna always keep the initial. I'm gonna always keep the initial interaction of how you presented yourself in my head. No matter how we move after that, I'm a guy because I'm a guy. I'm gonna go off what's going on. I'm gonna keep the initial whatever you say first, and no matter how you move after that, I'm gonna always keep what you said to me in my head. I'm not gonna base it off how you decide to move after what you told me, but I'm gonna keep exactly what you said at first in my head. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You move. I move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I move accordingly because I know my intentions are never bad. I'm gonna go off what a woman tells me. I'm gonna go off how a woman present herself, and then however the vibe go, that's where the vibe go. But I'm gonna always have in the back of my mind, okay, you told me this, but now you moving this way. Okay. So if something comes up to where she reverts back to how she initially presented herself, I could be like, all right, cool. That's what it is. That's what it is. Tay, what's wrong?
Busy? No, I'm done. Jay can talk. I'm
Jay,
done.
where you at?
Yeah, Tay, I said enough. I ain't got to keep talking.
Hey, man, where you at, Jay?
Where am I with what though? Like I made a lot of
talking about. Jay, come on.
It made a lot of points, man. Like how women fully aware of what they attract. Man, like I said, dog, there are some people that claim that they're not, and I'm backing what Tay's talking about as far as common sense, man. Like, sense ain't common, but we always want to talk about common sense. That this dissertation that you had back and forth with here with that, you know what I'm saying? There's a common sense factor that people don't want to put in scenarios, man. Like, you see the sign of the fact of whatever's going to happen to you ahead of time. And if you don't take the heed of it, then that is really on you. That's usually how that goes in most scenarios, if not all scenarios. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like that in that nature. You know what I'm saying? But I think, some women, for the fact that they put on this facade of, trying to remedy themselves from where they came from, trying to, better themselves from what they've been through, are not actually keeping in mind of the fact of the more you bury up and the more you put these barriers up, the more you put these distinctions on who you are as a person, your presentation and all that type of stuff, it changes the type of people that you attract. It automatically does. It, and I said it before, if you're that headstrong woman, you're not going to find a headstrong man. He's not even trying to even combat with you. He's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're and what to Tay's, to what he said, to Tay's thought, you should know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just simply should know that. You should know what you're putting out. You know, if you don't know, or if you don't understand the results of the people that's coming to you and the things that you're putting yourself in, then you need to examine yourself.
Yeah. And what
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what I was saying is I'm going to always respond to what you presented me, no matter what happens in between. From what you told me to, in the in-between time when we kick it or whatever, and then whatever end game it is, whether we continue to kick it or whatever experience we had, if I decide to continue to spend time with you, I'm always going to have in my mind what you told me initially, and I'm going to move in that. I'm going to move in that.
So to my comment to you, Rob, to what you said on the back end of your end, what you just said, right?
Mhm.
I don't always believe in what people say.
Right. I
I
understand.
always don't believe in what people do either.
That's understandable.
It has to be some type of consistent camaraderie in both for me to understand some type of some trust in whatever this character or person they're trying to explain to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if a woman say that I'm just that, you know, just that type of person, and I'm listening to what type of person she explains to me, I should not believe it off the bat. I should look for some type of action of her explanation of what that is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a subscriber to somebody saying and or doing and just believing one side of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely have to have both sides of that. Definitely so. But, you know, are women fully aware of what they attract? You know, the women that put themselves in a certain disposition in life based on what they've been through sometimes are not. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Them type of women, I don't believe they do. And men do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about the way the subject is worded. Some women don't do that, man. They don't think about it. They're so busy fixing what happened before that you're not looking at the type of person you became.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's
and then for the fact you don't really recognize who you are, you're sending this representative. You know what I'm saying? But that representative kind of is there. You don't see no change in it sometimes. And what I'm going, I understand what you're saying, Jay. Like, you don't believe what everybody say. I get it. But all I can go off is what you say. I'm not going to dive too deep into it. I'm not going to dive too deep into it as whether I believe it or not, because I'm just not going to over-examine it. Whatever you tell
why
me.
not? But why not?
That's who I am, Tay. Because that's who I am. If you tell me something, I'm going to take it and I'm going to analyze it and I'm going to be. That's what it is.
Even if it's their own.
If I just met somebody, Tay. If I just met somebody and they're letting me know who they are,
you gonna believe them?
I'm not gonna. What I'm saying, I'm not saying I completely believe, but I'm not gonna deep dive and think they're lying. I'm not. Dang, you know what? Let me think about this. She might be lying. If I just met you or we ain't been kicking it that long, she's telling me she's telling me who she is. I just met you. We've been kicking it for a short amount of time. You're telling me this about yourself. Let me see it until you show me differently. I'm not going to assume she's lying because I haven't seen nothing yet. Now, when you start showing me something differently, I'll go from there. If I get turned off because you presented something to me that you didn't say, then I act like that. Then I might fall off.
So it's only different.
Then I might be like, you know what?
Turned off by it. Okay, so it's different when you're turned off by it, negating the fact that this person is automatically. This person is giving you who they think you want you to know.
That's fine, and let me figure that out.
Fine. That's a deception.
Tay, you are going from an angle where initially you're not going to believe somebody. That's
why would I believe?
Let them say what they're gonna say. Let them give you what they're gonna give you, and then figure it out later. I'm not deep diving as soon as I meet somebody. Okay, this is what you're saying. Cool.
You're not deep diving when you meet somebody.
Let me see if this is true.
I'm
more open. I guess I'm more open. I'm more open to hear who you are and what you got to say.
That's fine.
And then I'll make my decision.
I'm not even talking about that. That's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm open to you telling me who you think you are. But
you just said you're not going to believe him, though. So how are you open?
I'm open to you telling me. If you verbally telling me who you are, I'm open to hearing you out. That doesn't mean I have to believe you.
That's up to you. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
But you're saying that you would believe that person because they said who they were.
I'm going to believe it until I see otherwise. I'm not going to just.
Then when you start seeing otherwise and it become a detriment to you, then what?
Then what do you do? It's a detriment to me because I'm gonna move strategically and make sure what you told me match up to who you are.
All right.
I ain't gonna let it get that deep. I don't dive in that deep that early. I don't do that. We gonna figure it out. I hear what you're saying. You don't want no relationship, but you texted me talking about, oh, You don't call me enough. Oh, we don't go on dates. You told me you don't want a relationship. So why am I calling you? Why are we going on dates? Until if you say that and then all of a sudden you start talking about consistency and I don't text you, I'm gonna let you know, well, you told me you don't want no relationship. We can kick it when we kick it. Come on, man. Like you gotta I'm not that impatient. I'm gonna see what's going on first.
What does impatience have to do with anything? What are you talking about?
You just said you basically just said you're not gonna believe anything. Like when she tell you, you're not gonna 100%. I understand.
Why would I believe a woman who coming to me at the club explaining herself to me about who she is?
I understand 100% believe in it, but I'm not gonna just completely turn my mind off.
I didn't say nothing about turning your mind off of it. I said that if I'm open to hearing what you're saying, and I don't believe you, I have the choice not to believe you. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not open to anything. I heard you say what you say, who you was.
That's fine.
It doesn't mean nothing to me.
All right.
Okay. And then if I keep talking to you on the phone and get to know you and you're showing me red flags, you're saying to me, I'm going to revert back to what she said. No. I'm just going to
I think we're saying the same thing, but with different ways of going
about it. We're not
saying
the same thing. We're not saying
it's different ways of going about it.
There's two different sides to that. Yeah.
There's two different sides to it.
There's two different sides.
I don't say that, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Shout out to my homegirl Erica, first time viewer. Appreciate you, E.
For sure.
Appreciate you, E. Let's read this one. I feel like a lot of people feel they have to put on an act or portray themselves away to its idea at first, but it's not what okay. And it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out eventually, Tay. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna fall back.
It don't come out eventually. It come out right in front of you. That's the point.
I have different experiences than you.
No, my point is this: is that we need to stop being so proactive, and we need to be preactive. We need to stop doing that, and then we be like, "Oh my God, there's no good people out here." Yes, it is. You believe in these people that ain't shit, and then you want to say, "Oh, because I don't believe this person that ain't shit." Now all of a sudden, it's their fault that I believe that they wasn't shit. No, it's your fault for believing that they ain't shit, knowing that they ain't shit. It ain't their fault. Okay. They are who they are. I have a choice to believe them, even though I know they ain't shit. So why would I believe that? And then I'm gonna revert back to what you said about yourself, even though what you said about yourself wasn't shit in the first place.
But I don't blame them if they show me that. I just move accordingly.
I'm not saying you blaming that. I'm not blaming them either. But what I'm saying is that people always victimize themselves, even though they believe some bullshit, knowing it was bullshit in the first place. Then you want to bring accountability to me because you met me and you want me to talk to you. But you're the one that decided to do that shit in the first place. So why do I have to suffer for that? Why do you have to suffer for a 30-minute conversation with a woman who decided to be with a nigga that ain't shit, knowing that he wasn't shit? That's your responsibility to listen to that shit? I'm not listening to you for 30 minutes talk to me about an ain't shit nigga.
Yeah.
And then you want to say, oh, I'm going to revert back to what you said in the first place. No. I'm not even believing you because I know the red flag words. I know what they are.
I feel maybe I need
I'm a big girl. I can handle it. That's red flag. No, they can't.
Yeah, maybe I need to learn the red flag.
Let's stop doing this.
Maybe I need to learn the red flag words more.
We need to up our game when it comes to discernment. When it comes to discernment, we need to be on point. I cannot let somebody give me bullshit. I'm looking at you. We having a date, ma'am. And I know you on bullshit. If I know you on bullshit, then you on bullshit. And then I'm going to keep fucking with you. And then after that, I'm going to say 2-3 months down the line, oh, she was on some bullshit. She was on some bullshit in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
This is what women do to men. They know the man is on bullshit, but they keep fucking with him. And then later on down the line, they're like, oh, my God, I didn't know he was on bullshit. That's a lie. And you know that's a lie. That's what women be doing. And do you want me to accept this conversation with you? No.
So maybe I just need to.
Maybe I just need to do with patience. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. It's the fact that you know that this man is not good for you. Why are you giving him the time? Why are you giving him all of this time? You cooking for him, you washing his clothes, you doing all this stuff. Why are you doing that? And you know this man ain't good for you. Why would you do that, lady? And then be like, oh my God, 5 months down the line or a year down the line, be like, oh my God, I did not know this man was not good for me. Yes, you did. He showed you signs in the beginning. So I'm just supposed to believe him in the beginning and then figure out he ain't shit later on and then say he ain't shit? No, he wasn't shit from the beginning. Why did you choose him? You chose him because there's something in you that's attached to that. And then when they meet you, Rob, they want to talk to you about that nigga that ain't shit. And then you gotta listen to that for 15 minutes. Why? And you telling me, oh my God, I'm gonna listen to you from what you said from the beginning. Hell no. You made bad decisions in your life. Why would I believe you?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. We gotta dig deeper than that. If you're trying to vet somebody and really be in a relationship, if you're just trying to fuck around, then just fuck around and stop bullshitting about it. But if you really want a relationship, you gotta vet that person. And if that person is showing you they're inconsistent with their own life, why would you believe anything else they say? Then you become the fool, not them. You the fool. And then here it is, I'm yelling crazy, and I look crazy. But these motherfuckers are doing whatever the fuck they want to do and wasting people's time knowing that they ain't intentional about shit.
I understand your angle, busy. I'm just saying that's just it's not how I approach it, but yeah. Maybe I need to be more aware of some flags initially, but my mind isn't wired like that. I don't
So a woman come to you and she got 2 kids, and you know she got 2 kids. She told you got 2 kids. You don't think there's a nigga lingering around?
Hey, I'm not saying I'm not aware of situations.
I'm saying hypothetically.
I'm not saying I'm not aware of situations. I'm just saying I'm not about to judge. I'm not about to judge it.
It's not about judging. It's about recognizing the fruit.
I recognize it. I'm
just not apples from the tree. That's an apple tree, cuz.
I recognize it. Now you come in and say you got 2.
You don't have to judge an apple tree. It's giving you the results of what it is.
You come in saying you got 2 kids, and I showed your house and you got 4. Then we got.
If you got 2 kids, no. If a woman has 2 children, there is a man somewhere. There is a man somewhere, bro.
Human experience. Everybody's experience is different. That was my experience. I don't get nowhere by just being like, oh, that's bullshit. When you tell me something, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Even if I do think, when you went through previous issues, even if that creeps into my mind, it's not gonna take over. It's not gonna take over my thoughts. So until you show me what I'm thinking was relevant. So yeah, I appreciate you. I know, busy. Trust me, bro. I know what angle. I know what angle you coming from. We gotta end the show. I know what angle you coming from, but we gotta end the show.
We talking.
We gotta end the show, dog.
Okay, end the show, man. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. You about to make one more point. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. End the show. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, man.
I'm just saying, bro, if you got to make one more point, go ahead and make it.
You said we had to end the show, so do your thing. Do your thing, man.
We do, but go ahead and make your last point.
I'm not ending the show. I'm not saying nothing else. Do your thing.
Just make your last point, bro. Real quick. Go ahead. Like, I want to hear it. Make your last point. It's all good. It's all good. Just make your last point. Real quick.
Yeah, we at the 2-hour mark.
All right. Hey, yeah, this how I get sometimes, man. These are my brothers. Y'all already know what it is. This how I get. This is real. It's love at the end of the day, but this is how I get. We want to thank you. We're going to have to skip the Q&A today. I'm sorry. we went a little over, but thank you so much for everybody tapping in. We see that everybody that just tapped into that last feature topic. Again, y'all keep us going. You know what I'm saying? Again, without y'all, there's no us. Make sure y'all hit us up on all of our platforms. You know what I'm saying? The Mailroom Network on YouTube. Make sure you hit us at the Mailroom View on Instagram. And just thank you for everybody that's been with us for 12 weeks, man. I appreciate my brother. These are my brothers. This is how I get. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get. It's passionate. We keep it moving. And that's what it is. Thank you to our first-time viewers. Shout out to my girl Eve. Shout out to my girl Kiara. We love and appreciate you, man. Again, YouTube, the Mailroom Network, man. Tap in, like, comment, subscribe. We love y'all, man. Peace out. We appreciate you. Let's keep it moving, man. Love my brothers. It gets like that, and we keep it moving, man. We love y'all. We will see y'all. We will see y'all next week.
Just because we disagree don't mean it ain't love. Dang, we ain't gotta keep expressing that part, do we?
I'm just saying love because I love love. All right, we love y'all, man. Say it again.
All right.
Next week.